Hello and welcome back to Kragle Kreations. Today's video is going to be about the monorail and the track system around the Seven Seas Lagoon, connecting all the resorts, the Contemporary, the Polynesian, and the Grand Floridian. And we're going to talk specifically about my monorail mock and plans that we have for that. And we're going to get started. But before I do that, I want to thank you guys for following and liking us. We really appreciate growing the channel. If you guys have any questions, send them in. I try to get them answered as fast as I can. And remember that PHOTOPASS opportunity as well. If you guys want to send your minifigures in, we can get you guys some PHOTOPASSes. It helps populate the park, and we really appreciate that. So first, let's take a look at the monorail track. It obviously is a little squared off. It is the angles are pretty distinct, but what I was going for was the ability to have the monorail at all the resorts. And I think we accomplished that, and in front of the train station itself. So when we look at the tracks, they are very heavy duty in front of the Polynesian here. In front of on the side of the Grand Floridian, in front of the park, and we do have the monorail on that at the moment. And then coming around the bends here, obviously the monorail does not come around the bend. We got a little bit of an angle over here because of where it's located, some angles. But here we do have it rounded, and someone talked to me about the technique of doing this. And if you see, those are plates, and yes, I did bend them. So I don't know if that's against the code of the purist in Lego form, but I had to get rounded features on the track there. I think it turned out really good. Obviously my monorail mock does not go around. It's not mobile. So I never have it on the turns, obviously, because it doesn't bend. It's straight. Doesn't have any joints in it. So the areas that are straight is where I place the monorail. So if we come over into the Contemporary as well, I've only have one track in there because I did cut off the A-frame building to be able to make the internal parts of the build, and that we can see it. So and space, it helps out with space as well. So that is I can place it in there. I will do that here in a little bit. Right now, like I said, it is up here in front of the train station. And if we look at the monorail itself, that is a custom build. I am planning on doing a tutorial on the monorail. It's going to be in the future. I am right now trying to accumulate pieces. I did that about a year and a half, 2 years ago. So I don't have any instructions. I did have some things jotted down, but I don't have those papers anymore. And so I have got to order all new pieces, get them on Bricklink. And I am gonna try to make another one. I want another one. So I've got monorail blue here, and I'm gonna try to make a different color monorail. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna place the monorail in some different places and show you guys some views from there. But this is right here in front of the train station. So as we turn around, we see the front here and the 100-year anniversary sign, and then over into Main Street, USA, and down towards the castle there. So let's take a break here. I'm gonna switch this over to inside the Contemporary Hotel. All right, now here we have the monorail inside the hotel. Obviously, we can see Chef Mickey's here, and we look up from Chef Mickey's, and we see the monorail itself. We've got the Mary Blair mosaic there, and I think it fits in good. I used on the A-frame there, I used the like the shaded window pieces there. I think it really looks good, and I think coming out of the opening there, it looks good, and against the mosaic, I think it looks really good. And let me give a shout out to the security down there at the checkpoint to go up to the monorail. Those guys do a great job down there. I also got to give a shout out to Sebastian Munger. It's his birthday. Happy birthday, Sebastian. We appreciate you watching. I forgot last video to mention that it was his birthday, and he's headed down to Disney World for his birthday, so happy birthday to you. And that's the viewing of the Contemporary. So I'm going to take it over now to the Polynesian. All right, here we are at the Polynesian. And as you can see, we got one of the Mickey buses down in front here at the bus stop. And it's right in front of the Polynesian, which they're making some changes down there. There's going to be a building right here that they are constructing. It's a new DVC hotel that is associated with the Polynesian. They've got that under construction. We saw that when we were down there. Another region that I'm going to work on is the transportation center, which would be right around this area here, which is going to force me to change some of the road I have out here, but that's going to be done at a later date. I think that's important to get that there. As you see some views here from this side, looking over at the Contemporary Hotel from here, it's always a good view. And then looking down towards the park again as well. So I'm now going to take this over towards the Grand Floridian. I give you a couple more views here as we come down, and I may as well give you a view of the pool. And Han and Leia there sunbathing. So as I turn around, there's Luke, and there's the bungalows there, and then we're looking down towards the park there. Really neat when you guys can be in the pool, the zero entry pool there, and look right over at the fireworks at nighttime. We did that a while back. Oh, probably 10 years ago now. We stayed at the Polynesian. They had a special, a 40% special on that a long time ago. And so we had an opportunity to do that. So, all right, I'm gonna move this over now to the Grand Floridian. All right, and here we are in front of the Grand Floridian. And as we come up a little closer, get some views of that. Another Disney bus here. And let's take a look at the pool in there as well. And the pool has the famous waterfall there, and the slide. Looks like Batman's in the water there. Looks like Robin's off to the side there. We've got a hot tub. And then we look over and we actually can see the wedding pavilion from here. Let's zoom in on that. The wedding pavilion. All right. And as we look past that, we see the entrance to the park again and down towards the castle yet again. So as we look across the Seven Seas Lagoon there, a lot of activity, a good view of the Contemporary, and there we see Monorail Blue. Alrighty, I want to put it back up in front of the train station right now. All right, and here we have a view of it in front of the train station, and looks pretty good as people are heading into the park there. So let's take a walk around here. I'm going to zoom back out, and we're going to go by the Contemporary again. Let's head down towards the train station. I'm going to reach out and get a nice view of Monorail Blue again. Off into the front of the train station. We can see that as the backdrop is the Polynesian from this angle, and the Contemporary from this angle. And then obviously we see the Polynesian off in the distance from here. So, hope you guys like that viewing. of the monorail, the different areas that it can be on the park here. It would be very good, obviously, if that was motorized and it could go around. I have seen some people motorize their monorails. I was more focused on getting it minifigure size, even though I don't have it open to go in, but just to get it as accurate looking visually as I could. And I think I accomplished that as best I could. A lot of people like it. I really appreciate you guys mentioning it and liking it. And like I said, I will be doing something with it soon. I don't know, I say soon, but it might be a little bit. I've got to get pieces in, and I've got to remind myself of how I put it together too. So that's all. I know that sounds kind of funny there, but I didn't write anything down. I just kind of build and enjoy doing just free build and trial and error. And so that is a look at the monorail and the track system. So let's get another view here from the front of the park here. Look at the total size of the area. It doesn't show as big on film than it does in person. It is 26 feet plus to this area from right here all the way back to the wall back there. That is about I'd say about a good 16 feet across, that room down there. So that's a pretty large area down there. And so it gets, it's a pretty good size down here. So let's take a look from here as we look at the park all the way. And we look back towards the Seven Seas Lagoon area. So, alrighty, I will put at the end of the video again the PhotoPass information if you want to send us a minifigure in. And until next time, we will see you soon. Bye-bye now.